Hello, I'm Ken Hornock, the former pastor at Mid-Valley Bible Church, and it's my privilege to do the devotional for our prayer time tonight. A scan of the Old Testament reveals that the history of Israel is basically in three stages. There is an infancy, there is an adolescence, and there is an adulthood. The infancy would be during the era of the bondage in Egypt. The adolescence would be during the period of the judges, and the adulthood would be during the period of the kings. Between each of these eras, which last approximately 400 to 450 years, there is a transition and there is a key personality. That key personality from infancy to adolescence is Joshua. In chapter 23 and 24 of his book, he warns the nation about what they are going to be up against as they transition from infancy to adolescence, all of the challenges that they are going to go through. Between adolescence and adulthood, the key personality is a man by the name of Samuel. Samuel is a judge. He is the last famous judge in a series of judges after many, many judges throughout the book of Judges. These men were individuals who rescued the nation in various areas from a prevailing enemy. When the people realized that they needed a change, they asked Samuel to find a king for them, and that's exactly what Samuel did. However, it was not God's timing for them to have a king, but they prevailed, and God gave them a king, not of his choosing, but of their choosing. When Samuel is old, he warns them that the period from adolescence to monarchy in adulthood would have some very, very special challenges. And in 1 Samuel chapter 12, he gives a review of his own ministry. He tells about the faithfulness of God, and he also warns them about the fact that what is coming in the future. And Samuel says something very interesting at the very end of this time of exhortation. He says, "Moreover, as for me, far be it from me that I should sin against the Lord in ceasing to pray for you." Samuel realized that the era that they were going to go into, the era of monarchy, when they would have a king, was going to bring new challenges. Challenges in the realm of their social life, challenges in the realm of their civil life, challenges financially, and challenges militarily. A king and the worship of a king and the leadership of a king were going to bring some very, very trying and stressful times on their life that would challenge the very fiber of their spiritual being. And so Samuel says, "Far be it from me that I should cease to pray for you." It's interesting to me that that little phrase, "far be it from me," occurs 21 times in the New Testament. It is a phrase which basically is saying, I am going to commit myself to pray for you. That's what Samuel's doing. I am going to make a solemn promise to you. I am going to commit myself morally and spiritually to pray for you. Why is that? Because they had no idea what was ahead of them. There was going to be a major transition as far as the nation was concerned, from a theocracy under the judges and the priest to a monarchy under kings. Transitions are difficult. I can remember, as many of you can, the transition that took place right after 9/11. Everything changed. There were new aggravations, new irritations that we simply had to get used to. What we are going through right now is going to create new kinds of aggravations and irritations. Just months ago, we had never heard the term social distancing. Just months ago, we never heard the term shelter in place. Imagine the transition we are going to go through when the people of God begin to meet again in one service, in one location. Can you imagine singing with a mask on? Yeah, there's going to be some different things. It's going to be hard for us to get used to some of the things we're going to have to get used to. Will we ever shake hands again? Will we ever give others a fond embrace? Who knows? But transitions, difficult though they be, require enormous amount of prayer. And that is why Samuel prays, because he knows what's ahead of this nation. He says, "Far be it from me that I should sin against the Lord in ceasing to pray for you, but I will teach you the good and right way." What's ahead of us? What do we have in store that we can't see right now? Only God knows. And when we look back, we'll probably say, yes, things are different. In the late 1900s, a song was written by a woman, and that song was rather popular 30 and 40 years ago. Let me just mention the words. "Ere you left your room this morning, did you think to pray? Did you ask for loving favor as a shield today? When sore trials came upon you, did you think to pray? When your heart was bound with sorrow, did you think to pray?" Oh, how praying rests the weary. Prayer will change the night to day. So when life seems dark and dreary, don't forget to pray. Let's do that right now, shall we?